All right, real quick, of these videos here, which one do you think is real and which one do you think is fake? So I'm just going to play them all real quick. All right, the last two were missing audio, but if you haven't already realized, these are all fake. These are all AI UGC. In this video, I'll show you how I've been recently creating a lot of AI UGC, something just with like my personal workflows I've been recently experimenting and diving deep into. I mean, this is pretty much the same exact workflow you see a lot of popular startups are using. I mean, maybe they have a pretty much a better one or whatever, but I mean, you can pretty much just do this with a ChatGPT subscription or like a Claude subscription, whatever, connected to a few skills, and then pretty much in your workspace, you can have these generated in a matter of minutes. If you're using something like Codex and the new recent model called Soul, if you prompt it and give like a pretty strong prompt right off the bat, recently I've been ripping out these in like about 10 minutes, right? Like one full video and then with some slight variations with a few video edits. I mean, you could probably pump out like 5 or even more from straight raw prompt once you have like the skill and like the, proper context in place. And you can have these pumping out like crazy, I mean, straight original UGC. And if you scale that up, I mean, you can definitely have a lot more pieces of UGC being outputted. So I'm gonna get right into the video, show you how you can do this yourself, how it all works and functions. Also, at the end of the video, I believe I'll probably also add into a sheet how you can pretty much just copy and paste some stuff from what I've created into your own AIs, so you can pretty much replicate what I created here and then use it for your own marketing purposes or whatever. All right, I think it's really important to understand what's going on here so you have a high level understanding what is going on, and then we'll get into the image generation and the video generation so you just can see what's happening. So the very first thing from the very top of like the workflow is you have to have some sort of like base reference of the video. So I pretty much try to find winning creatives for paid marketing, or even if it's organic like social, like TikTok viral, Instagram viral, whatever. You want to have some sort of like base reference image or video. Once you have that, you toss it into Codex or Claude. What it's going to do is pretty much going to break up every single second of the video into screenshots. It's going to understand the screenshots. Once it understands the screenshots, it can then dissect it and then pretty much understand what's going on pretty much almost frame by frame in the video. And then from there, create you a super, super powerful prompt for pretty much replicating whatever you're trying to replicate. It breaks it down into screenshots, and then from here you can modify it. Obviously, you don't want to use the original actor, because there were sometimes I was using the original actor and I told the AI to do its thing, and it pretty much just used the original person versus creating some sort of fake AI. So you don't want to get in trouble by using some real person and then they realize you're marketing their face for a product that is not within their consent. So just be mindful of that. So you can modify it to basically get the actor to do whatever you want, whether it's a female, girl, guy, older gentleman, whatever, modify it. Once you have that, the way it works is you have to have a base image. You have to have a base image, and then with this image, you're going to generate a video. So you're going to feed this video into a video generation model. And then from there, once you output the video, whether it has audio or doesn't, it really depends on the video generator model you're using, but you're going to have a full video. So whether it's 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or whatever, just follow the format you're following. Then you'll be able to know how many seconds you want your video to be. And by the way, these video generations are roughly costing me about like $1 to $1.50, depending on how many seconds long. So if I'm generating something between 5 and 10 seconds, could run between $1 to maybe $1.70 per video, not including the image generation, by the way. And then once you generate the video, if you want to do like captions, so pretty much something like this on TikTok or whatever. So with Remotion, they don't have the exact text caption format that TikTok does. So either you can edit it yourself in your own video editor, you can export it and put it into the TikTok editor itself, or you can just use Remotion, which pretty much gets it very, very close. And that's just a bonus, right? You can pretty much have the AI not only generate the base image, create the video, but also edit the video with and insert captions, right? So you can do all that, and I'll show you how I pretty much do all that. So what's more, I just also want to show you like just in detail what's going on. So we pretty much just like walk through everything that's going on. But a few key things I want to just let you know what I'm using. I use ChatGPT Image Generation 2 or Image 2. It's like one of the latest premier models for generating images, and it works astonishingly really well for base images. I mean, look at this. It kind of looks like it was just kind of taken off of a like iPhone, right? Or whatever people are using. So it's incredibly good. And these are just 3 examples. I have way more. And then for the video generation, what we use is Kling V3 Omni. So we're using Replicate. If you're not familiar with Replicate pretty much has a bunch of image generators, video generators, you name it, right? Like all of these AI models you can access via API. I pretty much hook up my Codex with the MCP server. And by the way, this video is not going to be a video of me explaining how plugins work, connectors work, skills work. This is not going to be for that. So if you don't know what that even is because it is a bit intermediate to more advanced stuff. If you don't know what that is, then I recommend watching another video about it because it is pretty important to make this work. But you'll be able to hook up your MCP with Replicate and then generate the videos and content from Replicate. Make sure your account is funded. And then as I'm kind of like looking here, what else we're using, here's just like a few things. I believe I already like walked through the main stuff here, but yeah, I'm going to link a document in the bottom of this video so you can check it out yourself and just, feed your AI the context or even like the transcript of this video and it'll know exactly what to do. But let's actually like generate something and I'll show you how it works live. So we're going to use this video. So there's 2 ways how you can fetch this video. Either just copy the link and paste it to your Codex or Claude or whatever, and it's just going to download it. Just letting you know if you do that, it burns more tokens. So one of the fastest ways how to do that is just literally use a tool like Snaptic. So you're just going to go to Snaptic, you're going to paste in the link, you're going to download the video. So once you download it, it's going to be in your downloads. Okay, something happened here. I'm just going to try it again. So here, I just inserted the video into my Codex. We're using Soul on Medium. I haven't tested it on other models, but this one does just as good. So I don't have really a need to do it. Maybe if I want to split test, who knows? But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to provide a prompt. And this already assumes I have my connectors connected. So remember, we have Replicate, we have Remotion, which is for video editing. So I probably should show what Remotion is, but literally it just allows video editing through API. I would just copy and paste the developer documentation to your AI to build a skill off that, and then it should be good. And what I'm going to be pasting, or the prompt that I'm going to be providing the AI here, is to first break down this video into screenshots, create a base image, and then once you have a base image, to create a base video, and then once it has a base video, to add a hook onto it. And in this case, just for the purpose of this video, we're gonna be assuming we're selling maybe say like a product that busts cheaters. So I'm gonna tell the AI to add on top of it a prompt or like a hook that has something to do with busting a cheater. All right, what I just did here is I am inserting a video I would like to model. So first, break down the video into images. Once you have the images, then what I want you to do is to generate a base prompt image of a new different actor. Once we have the new different actor, I want you to generate a base video being 5 seconds long, pretty much following the same motions that the current creator here is doing. And the video is a bit slow motion, and the person, all they're really doing is just sort of slowly blinking at the camera and looking away, and that's about it. And then what I want you to do is assume we are selling a app that busts cheaters. So create a hook that is something around the girl finding her boyfriend on, I don't know, like another dating app or something like that, on like Tinder or something. And then once you've done that, make sure you edit and complete the video with editing the video on Remotion. Go. So we're sending the prompt here, and here's the thing, like before you do all this, make sure just paste the stuff I'm going to be pasting you before, because first off, you need to build the skill for the AI so it understands how to use Remotion, it understands how to use Replicate. So once you connect the MCP servers, once you build the skill file for Remotion, and once the AI has general context and understanding of how you do copywriting, because it's not going to provide the perfect captions and things like that right off the rip. So as you know, on like TikTok, on Instagram, especially for like Gen Z marketing, maybe a bit of millennial marketing, there's a very certain way how you market and present captions, text, or just like sort of relatability when it comes to actually writing out hooks. So your AI is not going to be doing that off the rip. But if you say provide it screenshots of like 3, 4, 5, 10, maybe different screenshots of different hooks, you could be like, oh, hey, this is the niche I'm in. This is the business I have. You see these hooks here? I want to be able to replicate similar hooks. So it could be totally dependent based on niche, based on what kind of business you are in, whether you want to be more professional or you just want to speak more so to like TikTok marketing speak per se. And then once you have that created, you want to just kind of experiment with the captions and see how it's going to do it, right? So we're just going to wait and see what the AI generates, and I'll show you how it all looks like at the end. And by the way, this is a one-shot prompt. So assuming you build the skill, you connected the connectors, it's run this a couple times. And by the way, like my backend configuration is quite advanced, but I'm just showing you here like a snippet of it because like I also do save context. I also do save different captions, examples. I also do save, say, different past examples I've created. So once the AI has this prompt, it can just reference off everything I've done on the back end. So then every single time I create something in the future moving forward, it just references it and it gets better outputs over time. But remember, this is just going to be one single shot prompt. We're going to see how it creates it, right? And I'll let you know how the output looks like. All right, so roughly 2.5 minutes passed, and this is the reference image or the base image we have. And now what the AI is going to do with this base image is it's going to generate a video using this as the reference image. It's going to be roughly 5 seconds, and we'll see that in just a moment. And by the way, really quickly, I just want to show you how the AI broke down the video. So when you're kind of like looking at the traces of what the AI did, so here it pretty much broke down the whole entire video that we inserted earlier into screenshots. So this is very powerful because it understands a video, and then from there, you know, you can prompt the AI to do whatever. So this is kind of how I've been doing it, and this is kind of how it works here. All right, so we're done roughly 10 minutes later. So not bad. It created a outputs folder. So here in this folder, we pretty much have all like the final outputs of what the AI did. So here we have obviously the screenshots. Here everything is one by one of like what the original video looked like. Here we have the, where was it? Let me see. Okay, so this is the image, and then this is the raw video. Let's see the raw video real quick, and then I'll show you the edited version in just a second. So this is the raw video of what it generated with that model we were using, and here is going to be the hook we added onto it, right? So as you can see, this is something similar you would find on the TikTok platform when it comes to just say like marketing an app, product, whatever. I mean, pretty much here, like all this is just trying to promote this Bible app, whether they're doing it directly or indirectly. So you can pretty much just like model the formats to an amazing degree and then get content like this. Obviously you can refine it further and make it even better, but I mean, still, this is still quite incredible for just an AI, and I didn't really do any editing here, right? You could just, once you have the skills built in, the connectors, the AI knows what to do as past context of have you done it in the past, then it's just, it cooks, you know what I mean? It's amazing. So that'll be all for the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in another one. Thanks.